Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Doesn't matter where you have Aquarius in your chart, there may be a message in here for you. So Aquarius, there's a very, very strong energy coming through for your reading today. I was seeing specific cards from my decks as usual that wanted to be part of your reading. I'm not using these decks for your reading. I'm going to be using the Alchemy Elementals deck that I have. But these three cards were telling a very specific story that wanted to come through for you for this reading. So very first off, there's this energy called the lullaby. And this feels like somebody that you have a very strong spiritual connection with. It's feeling very much like somebody who has passed already. There's so much about this energy that wants to come through, and they do want to be described to you, Aquarius, so that you know who this is, but I feel like you will know who this is. Not your father. This is not your father, is very much how it's coming through. They may have actually said that to you at one point, is how it's feeling. But I feel like you had sort of like, perhaps like they were like a father to you, is how it's coming through. They were like a father to you, but very clearly were not your father biologically. It's coming through very humorous, this person. This person perhaps like, I think that they would be very flattered, is how it's feeling, to have been a positive influence in your life. It was something where, they had a very positive influence in your life, is how it's coming through. Like a father, but not. I wanted to read the father archetype from this description because that's sort of what they're coming through with. It doesn't even have to be like a man, but it is very strongly coming through like that for whoever this is for. So it says the great father, the masculine, the protector. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and the one who leaves us to the wolves, here yet gone, the champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. So this message is coming through this individual, whoever this is for you. It's coming through with a bit of tough love, Aquarius, from this person, whoever this is to you. Because it's kind of feeling like there's something in your life right now where I feel like there's this energy of like you looked up to this person, you listen to their guidance is specifically coming through. They gave you guidance. They provided counsel. It's also coming through as being sort of like a Chiron energy of like they were, how you maybe saw them was like a wounded healer kind of energy. So I feel like you absolutely knew what their wounds were, right? Their struggles, perhaps, what they've overcome, what they healed from. I feel like you know that about them to some extent, and that they used that knowledge within themselves to heal you in some way, or like to help, especially with the father energy. I feel like whoever this is, healed some aspect of perhaps your father wounds, maybe. Like it's kind of coming through like that. And I feel like there's this energy for you, Aquarius, of like, whenever you feel in doubt or whenever you like are like you need guidance, right? It's kind of like this is the person that you would go to or turn to, and it's like they would provide guidance or counsel when they were alive, is how it's feeling. I feel like it's someone as well where even as they have passed, right? Like you're still connected to this person, of course. And it's like whenever you feel stuck, maybe there's this energy here of like, okay, what would this person do? What would this person do as sort of like a way for you to figure out a step forward for you? And I feel like that has worked for you to some extent. This is where sort of the tough love comes in, Aquarius, because I feel, and it's coming from this person, feels like, in such a kind and loving way, where I feel like there's something here about specifically this energy of like, what would this person do that is not helping you at this time, is how it's coming through. And that's why it's coming through this person. They're like, stop asking, what would I do? Because what they would do, how you know them, how like what you know that they would do is not what you should be doing, Aquarius, is how it's going through. It's feeling very stern, but also like gentle. Okay, there's like this energy here of like, stop asking that question. What would this person do? Because it's not helping you. That's how I'm going to leave it there. But because there's this energy here, how I'm seeing you, Aquarius, is in this Seven of Wands energy. And the Seven of Wands, especially for this card, is that there's this energy here of like, a square, Aquarius. So it's coming through with structure and lessons. So there was a Saturn in Pisces sort of collective reading that I did a couple months ago, which I'll link above, that may have messages in there for you. But there's this energy, Aquarius, about like, so also the last Taurus reading might be relevant to you in some way. But if not, there's this energy of like, I feel like whoever this person is provided like the structure for you to learn certain lessons, is how it's coming through. They provided structure. They did teach you a lot of things. They were a mentor. You looked up to them, right? In life, when they were alive, is very much how it's feeling to me. But it kind of feels like there's a position that you are in right now with the Seven of Wands that is feeling kind of like, based on what you learned from this person, you're in this period of like having to defend your position, is how it's feeling. Defend your position. And it's because it's kind of like fighting something, or there's resistance about your current situation because of what this person taught you. And it's not, I'm not at all saying that this is like what they taught you was wrong. Okay, I'm not saying that. But I feel like this person is trying to highlight, like the message is coming through so urgently today. Like, it's like, you have to get this out right now. Like, basically, like this is something that is feeling very urgent, is how it's coming through for you. This situation is not something that you should be fighting against, because it's kind of like the fight, the resistance that you are fighting against is coming from this person's ideals, is how it's coming through, especially with that energy of a square, because this is an Aquarius reading. I don't know. I'm assuming you have Aquarius somewhere in your chart if you're watching this, but it's coming through as like, this person is not an Aquarius, or that they have some sort of like square aspect, like another fixed sign like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio kind of energy, where it's kind of like they led their life in a certain way according to their ideals, their beliefs, what they believe is right, that kind of thing. And they may have passed that knowledge and wisdom onto you. However, there's one particular piece of guidance that is not right for you in this particular situation that you're finding yourself stuck in. Because I feel like this energy is coming through as being like they're trying to correct themselves from like it's feeling like they're using me as like a vessel to correct something that they told you that is not helping you at this time. But it's like, because perhaps you're in this mindset of like, okay, what would this person do? How would this person solve this problem? What did they tell me? What was their like last piece of guidance that they told me in order to deal with this situation that I feel stuck in? And it's like they're coming in to say, forget all that. I was wrong. Don't listen to me. Because it's like there's this energy here of like this energy here of like an absence that you may actually be feeling from this person, where it's like if this is somebody that you have like a very strong spiritual connection with, they're saying something like they have actually withdrawn. So like they want to withdraw something that they told you. Like it's like wanting to like correct a mistake. Something that they said when they were human, alive, is how it's feeling. Like it's really highlighting the flaws of their human nature. The flaws of their human nature. That is the place from where they gave you this particular piece of advice. Their own flaws, their own wounds, their own human nature. This is not a judgment on this person at all. They are recognizing this within themselves, is how it's coming through. The mistake perhaps that they made in telling you this particular piece of advice that came from their own flaws, their own wounding, their own sadness, is how it's coming through. There's a bit of a melancholy energy about this individual that I feel like it's coming through like their sadness is what connected you to them. Yeah, there's this energy of an apology here. They're saying sorry about something. They're apologizing about something. Because I feel like whatever situation you find yourself in, Aquarius, is because you followed their advice. And they are seeing that was wrong now. Is how it's coming through. Because they're free from their human limitations is how it's coming through. The freedom that they have now from their human limitations is trying to get through to you as being like they were wrong. They were wrong about this situation and what they advised you to do, and they are sorry about that. They're sorry, because I feel like what they're seeing about your situation right now is that you are unhappy, or that there's something about like there's a defensiveness in a way where you are trying to defend this person. Okay? It's kind of like, because it's kind of like this is somebody that you care about, that you love, that you look up to, and it's almost like you're trying to defend this person or defend their honor is how it's coming through. Maybe not that. Defend their ideals, defend what they believe in. Defend their way of life or their way of being. It's kind of coming through as being like you're standing in this position, Aquarius. I almost said Taurus. There's a strong Taurus connection. You're standing in this position, Taurus, because Aquarius, I don't know if there's a Taurus Aquarius connection here that's like significant in some way. That's how it's feeling though, Aquarius. It's kind of like you're behaving like a Taurus. That's how it's feeling. You're behaving like whoever this is. Even, it doesn't matter if they're a Taurus or not. It feels like you are behaving, your actions, I should say, your actions are that of this person and not of who you actually are. That's how it's coming through. So there's an energy here of an apology because this person told you in some way to be like them, whether or not that was their intention. It feels kind of like something where it's like they, how to say this in just say it like it is how they're saying. Say it like it is, Aquarius. That's part of your gift. I feel like there's something here about like if you felt healed by their energy as a father, right? As a father figure, you felt healed by them as a father figure. They also felt healed by you as a child, right? There was something about your admiration for them, your respect for them, your love for them that was very healing to them. And I feel like they told you something about, like, because it's kind of coming through as being like they saw you as a child, whether or not they admitted that to you or not, they saw you as their child. And there's this energy here of like seeing you as their child or somebody that they care about, that they want to nurture, may have actually kept you from expanding or growing in this particular way or particular aspect of your life, because, and it's like you have, because it's almost like because they were not your father, it's almost harder to step away from them, right? Because it's like they're a father and a friend, they're a father and a teacher to you, or something like that. It's like very hard to, like, you respect them so much that it's hard to say anything negative about them. And they also know that you would never say anything, you would never say anything, you would never say an unkind word to this person. You would never. And it's kind of, if anyone tried to, you would defend them. You would die on that hill, is how it's going through. Aquarius, I'm getting emotional again. You would defend them to your last breath, is how it's coming through. Anyways. There's so much love. Okay. Like myself. There's so much love coming towards you from this connection. It's like honor and respect. Okay, Aquarius. Seven of Wands. Let's talk about this a little bit. This specific Seven of Wands wanted to come through because of the slippers. There's something about a comfort zone for you, Aquarius, where I feel like part of your next step involves stepping out of your comfort zone. It it's coming through very strongly as like your feet as a symbol of like grounding something. It's like connecting something to the ground, like in a very physical way. Because I feel like on some level, this connection feels very spiritual or astral. Like when you connect with this person, it almost like elevates you out of the ground is how it's feeling, like away from the earth. That's how it feels. So it's kind of coming through as being like again, like looking up to the stars is how it feels. That's how this connection feels to you. That's why it feels very spiritual, or like somebody who has passed, a friend, it feels like. This is a friend who helped to heal your father wounds is how it's feeling to me. But they would deny that they're your father is how it's coming through very strongly. Anyways, but there's this energy here of a comfort zone, right? And trying to defend either this person or what this person believed in. But Aquarius, and this energy felt very like, this is where the tough love comes in, because this position you are in right now, the 7 of Wands, feels like you are fighting something that you should not be fighting, is how it's coming through. You're resisting something that you should not be resisting. Because what's coming through with this is almost like whatever it is you're resisting, the next card that wanted to come through was this Journeyman. And you can see how different these energies are, right? Like trying to protect something, defending something is how it's coming through, versus the Journeyman, which is the Fool energy in this deck specifically. And what was coming through with this, because this is the energy of the father archetype, where it's like they teach you lessons, they're there for you, they're the champion, right? You learn from them. They lift you up. They lift you up. They uplift you. But the absence that you may be feeling from this person, or if it's not absence, it's kind of like, because it's like they're still here, clearly. They're coming through very strong. They're coming through very strong, this reading. They're still here, but what it is that their guidance is absent. Their guidance is absent. Or their guidance is absence. It's almost like whatever it is that, because it's, okay, how it's feeling to me, Aquarius, like whatever situation you're dealing with that feels tough, right? Like that you're trying to defend, or you're trying to like hold down the fort kind of thing. Part of that guidance involves you being absent from something, because it's kind of feeling like avoiding the earth. Avoiding something physical, avoiding like a physical experience, perhaps, avoiding a new beginning, right? It's kind of coming through like that, because you're listening, like that would have been their guidance. Is like, it kind of feels like before they died, or whatever it is, that might feel like a bit extreme. It's coming through very like stern but gentle, Aquarius. Before they left, before they passed, there was a particular subject that you discussed with this person, and they told you not to do it, is how it's coming through. And so it's almost like you're honoring their wish, their like last wish, and they regret that so heavily. They're like, they wish they had just kept their mouth shut, is how it's feeling to me. It's so... This person tells it like it is. It's just like flowing out of me right now. I can't even like control like the words that are coming through. This person regrets telling you that. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was horrible advice is what they're saying, because they're seeing how you should be here. You should be here is how it's coming through. And I feel like there's something about this energy of grounding something that I feel like is like a new beginning, a new start that I feel like you are resisting Aquarius because this person told you not to do it and you're trying to honor their last wish. That's how it feels to me. And it's like they're saying, I'm freeing you from that obligation. You don't have to listen to that. You don't have to. I'm not your father is how it's coming through. Stop listening to me like that. It's very humorous. Anyways, Aquarius. I'm going to read part of the journeyman description because I feel like this is the energy that is trying to, it's the Fool. Start again. It's time to start again. It's time to begin. It's time to begin. Show them what you know, what you've learned. Aquarius was really what was coming through here. Like, show them what you have learned. Okay. Adventure, independence, polishing of skills, and travel. Okay, this is a really long description. Okay. Adventure, independence, and travel. A long path ahead, we hope. This card speaks of the need to perfect skills in working and living, but it acknowledges having a sound grounding in the basics. Optimistic, innocent, and willing to learn, Angus also shows us, this fairy's name is Angus. Angus also shows us that intuition serves us well, but only if we pay attention to it. Sometimes we are operating from theory alone, and our knowledge may or may not be well grounded in reality. This card does not necessarily refer exclusively to beginnings. It can also signify a progression along a path, moving into the unknown from the known, a new phase in an ongoing process. The card may also represent untested concepts or ideas and suggest a need for balance between the intuitive and the rational as one approaches the unknown. Consider where you are going. What are your long-term goals? What are you doing that is helping you to move towards them? Yeah, there's something about what you know from specifically this person, it feels like. What you know specifically from this person that is not grounded in reality is how it's feeling to me. It's not grounded in reality because it's kind of asking you to take a step forward, Aquarius, along your path. Because I feel like there's a stuckness because you're feeling like you have to defend a certain position that is not grounded in your reality, is how it's feeling. It's grounded in what this person's reality would have been if they were in your situation. This is how they would have handled it, but it's not grounded in your reality, is how it's coming through. I can still feel them. They're somewhere around, but they're also now stepping back, is how it's feeling. They're saying, okay, I got the message through. Now it's time for you to listen. This person is making me laugh. Like, I feel like they're somebody who made you laugh. They're very funny. But behind that humor, there was a sadness that I feel like maybe you didn't see at the time, but perhaps you're seeing now. There was a sadness about this energy that, it feels kind of like they had regrets. They had regrets. Who doesn't? But like, it's like, who doesn't have regrets? But it feels like there's something about like one thing that they regret is telling you not to do something when it's like they should have encouraged you to go for it, is how it's feeling. Because I feel like there was something about like part of this new beginning would have, and they acknowledge this, would have taken you away from them, right? Like as a child grows perhaps apart from their father. There's something here about like perhaps when they were in your life, when they were in your life, They wanted to keep you close is how it's feeling. They liked your presence. They were they were uplifted by you. Chin up, they're saying. Chin up. Buck up. You can do this. Okay. Thank you for that. That was an experience. Okay. Fire, candle, moon. Okay. Some people are operating under the ass-backward impression that a light grows dimmer when other lights are around. Can you imagine? That's just straight-up lack mentality, and I can assure you that this could not be further from the truth. The brighter you shine, the brighter we all shine. Still, the brilliance of one's light can only be truly known by the one who bears it and brings it forth, aka you. Are you honoring your light? Do you recognize the magnificence of your spirit? Or are you hiding in the shadows, pretending you're not meant to shine? Bring forth your light. It allows us all to shine brighter. Okay, Aquarius, there's something here about, like, I feel like you are in this position here of, like, defending this one. Defending it feels like, if it's not them specifically, it's like what they believe in, their ideals, their light, what you admire in them, how they impacted you. You respect and honor this person through your actions is how it's coming through. But there's a message here for you, Aquarius, coming from them and through this energy in general, the guides, your guides, spirit, the universe, of saying, like, why are you dimming your light in order to allow them to shine brighter than you, Aquarius? Because there's this energy here of, like, you can still honor and respect this person's guidance and what they believed in and what they stood for, while also allowing yourself, your particular beliefs and ideals that differ from this person to shine and come forth. Because again, with the energy of, like, the fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, I see those signs as being sort of like the pillars of the element that they stand for, right? Like Aquarius represents the mind. It represents the swords, air. It represents ideas. And there's something here about, like, perhaps the way in which you are operating at the moment, or like your behavior, your actions are coming from a Taurus energy, just as a example, sorry, as an example. It doesn't have to be Taurus. I'm just using that as an example is what I'm trying to say. That, like, your actions are based on somebody else's ideals, a different element that's not you. And it's like, because you're trying to defend this person, you're trying to align with this person, but it's saying, like, Aquarius, you are not a Taurus. You may have Taurus in your chart, but you are not this person. Your light is not the same as this person's light. And by trying to embody this person, by trying to defend this person, by acting in a way that is in alignment with this person, you are dimming your own light. So stop doing that. This person is extremely strong-willed, like a Taurus. Like they're like, stop it right now. Okay, so this card came out in Libra's reading yesterday. Tribal, fire, and earth. And then you have water, lake, Earth. There you are, Aquarius, the eagle. That's you, right? There's something here about your Aquarian nature. I feel like that. So even if you don't have Aquarius in your chart and you're watching this for whatever reason, it's representing Aquarius as the energy of like your ideals, what you believe in. Because it's kind of coming through with this Two of Swords energy of like you have your beliefs right now are like this. They're at a crossroads, perhaps because you're trying to listen to whoever this is. You're trying to listen to their guidance. Their last piece of advice to you is how it's coming through. When you should be doing something else. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna read the 36. The Libra reading from yesterday may also have a message for you. Okay. Human connection is healthy and inspiring and wonderful when it's coming from a healthy place. But a lot of the time, humans reach out to connect with one another, not because they have anything to give or even in a place to connect in an authentic way, but because they just don't want to be alone. That's not healthy connection. That's codependent bullshit. It's fine if you want to reach out to a friend for a conversation or picnic, but make sure you're not reaching out to avoid being with yourself. Genuine connection arises out of stillness. Anchor yourself in your own I almost said silliness. Anchor yourself in your own stillness and your own connection with nature before picking up the phone and inviting that friend to meet up for tea. Only when you've grounded yourself in your own foundation will you truly be available for authentic connection. I was getting a codependent energy, Aquarius. I'm not going to lie about that. And it's coming through with this card, right? Like, and I'm talking about a codependent energy, meaning like, again, I was feeling kind of this vibe, which I'm going to bring up now that urgent message has come across. Like, if this energy, I feel like, is someone who, again, you went to for guidance, but it's also like in their absence, right? Because this is something that becomes sort of revealed in a codependent relationship, or if there are codependent energies. If one of the people in the codependent relationship suddenly pulls away, the other person is left stuck, right? Because that's revealing where there was codependency of like, you can't do something unless the other person is there. And so there's something here about like, I feel like you are healing that, or that's what's being asked of you in this instance, where it's like, especially if this is someone who has passed, their presence, so to speak, is not one that you can depend on in the physical, right? They're not physically here present with you. Yes, they're connected to you through the spiritual, but in the physical realm, they're not here. And so if you're feeling stuck in the physical realm, it's because there was a codependent energy in the relationship that is being revealed to you now that you have to do something about now, right? Because it's like this energy with the journeyman. Show them what you can do, Aquarius. Okay, I have to pause here to let my dog in the room 1 second. Okay, Aquarius, we're back. So I pulled the other cards for you. I'm still like chuckling. This person's like very funny. Okay, so this is the next card out. Land, Cave, Sun. You are entering a time of illumination. Light pierces the deepest, darkest caverns of your vessel, shining the glow of truth upon areas of your life that once eluded you. There are fewer places for falsehoods to hide, and you are able to see clearer than you had previously been able to. Many illusions have been brought to light. There are still plenty more to demystify, but the task will be easier now that your sight has been sharpened. While the heat and intensity of this light can bring uneasiness, take comfort in the clarity you are gathering and in the quantum leaps you are making in your quest for self-knowledge. Enjoy the gift of this light. It marks a triumph in your soul's journey. You're overcoming something, Aquarius, because it feels like whatever position you're in, right? You're about to step into something new here with this path. Like, it's kind of like, I feel like you've been asking this person for guidance, is how it was coming through. Like, what would this person do in my situation? And they're saying, stop asking that. Stop asking that. It's time to ask, what would you do in this situation? And if you don't know, then it's time to figure that out. That's what's coming through. If you don't know what you yourself should do in this situation, this is what you're supposed to be figuring out. What it is it that you would do? Okay. There is this energy here, just being conscious of it, especially with codependent energies, right? This next card talks about being triggered by something. So they're just being conscious of that. Okay, so it says, fire, wildfire, moon. When your temper is triggered and the flames of emotion erupt in a sea of fiery rage, you are not in the present moment. These emotional flames are being stoked by past experiences that you are holding onto and projecting onto your now. It is time to let go of the past. These old traumas are bringing you down and blinding you to the seasonal changes that have occurred. You do not have to allow these negative emotions to wreak havoc upon your life. You do not have to continue to burden yourself with their weight and their memories and their scars. Let go of the pieces of your past that are no longer serving you. Let go of these old wounds. Be present and create new emotions from the present. Emotions that serve you and uplift you and add positive vibrations to the collective. Yeah, there's something about the past energy that you were meant to release, is how it's feeling to me. And it feels kind of like separation. Because especially with sort of like the wolves here. Well, that's coming through with sort of like family and like tribe, right? Like the ones that you would support is how it's feeling, but it's also coming through as being like a hierarchy within a family dynamic, because again, it's coming through very much with a father-like energy. Not your father though. Okay. I feel like they said that to you a lot. They emphasize that to you a lot. I'm not your father. That's how it's feeling to me. Anyways, perhaps this person as well was a bit of a lone wolf. Or that they emphasize family a lot. It's one of those two. That might be part of the Two of Swords. It's like, am I supposed to be in a lone wolf or in a pack? That might be part of your dilemma. Anyways, I'm going to pull one more card for the center, Aquarius. Sorry for yelling. Again, that's I don't know what happened. It's not yelling. It's a very stern course correction. Okay. Land, tree, and earth. You have 9 coming through very strongly, because you have here 72 and 9. This energy here, 66, is coming through as being like the past, right? Like a 6 of Cups energy. Who this person definitely is for you. They're 6 of Cups. They were absolutely a soulmate of some sort. I feel like a soulmate who was here to help you heal some sort of wound within your masculine energy. Okay. So Every seed we plant becomes a part of us, just as we become a part of it. To understand the growth process and the care, the nurturing, and the attention it requires, there is nothing quite as effective as the process of planting a seed and caring for it as it grows. When we plant seeds, we step into the role of nurturer. As nurturers, we must cultivate the patience to water the seed and to care for the seed. We must make sure that it receives the right amount of sunlight as it grows so that it can be strong and sturdy and well nourished. Caring for the seeds we plant teaches us how to care for ourselves and how to care for our planet, because it attunes us to the daily care and subtle shifts necessary for each plant to thrive. Plant a seed and nurture it like it's your most exquisite version of yourself, because it is. This is about the birth of you, is how it's going through. The beginning of you. Okay, so there's oak leaves. To me, oak leaves represent strength and also abundance as well. Something about an acorn could be very like a symbolic energy for you. It's coming through as well with sort of like squirrels, like how a lot of trees that get planted are because squirrels forgot where they planted their acorns the autumn before. So it's kind of coming through like maybe there was some sort of seed that was planted a long time ago that you forgot about. But it's starting to sprout now, is how it's feeling with this little sapling. Because it's kind of like there was a seed that was planted a long time ago, perhaps by you, but that you forgot about. And it's starting to sprout, so it's time to nurture that, right? And it feels kind of like an aspect of yourself that perhaps became forgotten because of whatever the situation is. Whatever the situation is, it feels like, This is a new beginning for you, Aquarius. It really is. It's a new beginning, but one that feels like you've been resisting it because of something from the past that has been holding you back. Yeah, I'm going to read this bottom of the deck energy. You have 88 and 22 underneath that. This fifth element card talks about like full integration, like time to step up. The next level of your evolution is how it's feeling to me. That's very major, Aquarius. So anyways, I'm going to read this one, which is at the bottom. It says land, flowers, sun. The grass and the flowers and the butterflies are waiting for you. They are beckoning you to run barefoot through their blades, to delight in their fragrant blossoms, and to chase their brightly colored flapping wings. They miss how you used to play together when you were a child, back before you were indoctrinated to behave like a grown-up. Whatever that means. In this case, a specific grown-up, it feels like. Back before you got all self-conscious about who might see you rolling through the meadow, getting grass stains on your pants while you laughed and squealed and giggled. Let the child inside of you be wild and run free. Allow yourself to be formless and open, aware and unself-conscious. Put aside your judgments and your responsibilities. Now is the time for you to dance barefoot in nature and to allow the abundance of the natural world to remind you what prosperity truly is. Aquarius, it's so beautiful. There's this seed growing. The beginning of you, it feels like, truly of like who you are. And it requires like releasing these past, perhaps codependent, perhaps not, but any sort of like attachments that are coming through as being unhealthy or not serving you in this next part of your evolution is how it's feeling. There's a long path ahead of you that requires you to shine in whatever way that is. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to that energy that came through very strongly for you. They want to give you a blessing, Aquarius. It feels like they're trying to correct something where perhaps they didn't give you their blessing. But now in this new aspect, it's like they have your blessing. They have you have their blessing, I should say. You have their blessing. Perhaps there was something about like they were withholding a blessing from you, but you have their blessing now, is how it's coming through. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.